Hello, hello, hello. This is Attorney Mike Gravel coming to you from Chicago as usual. And with me, I've got Legal Vices all the way from Korea.
Korea.
What town?
Busan, South Korea.
Busan, yeah, because we want to specify the exact part of Korea.
Yeah. My address is.
So here's the thing. We haven't been able to get the stream. I know other people are streaming it. I get it. But we've been looking around. Does anybody have the link? Put it in the chat. We're going to go back and do it. It doesn't matter that you saw it. I know it's horrible. We have not seen it. And we are ready. We are ready to laugh at this situation. So can hey, Legal Vice.
Hey,
you got peeps here. Look at this. All right.
What's up, folks?
We
stop saying hi to me and start putting up links to this interview so we can watch it.
We had John Rabin on earlier. He's having a little bit of technical difficulties. I think he'll come back. And Legal Vices and I were trying to red pill him in ways that really should not be broadcast while we were looking for the stream. But we still don't have the stream. So, all right, let's take a look here. Let me go over here. Wait, no, let's I'll put this up so you all can see what I'm dealing with here. We're on Peacock. And it's not showing on there. This thing is over now. So does anybody I mean, I would think they would release it now, right?
It should be. All right, my dog's got the ball trap behind the table here. I'll be right back.
I want to see the dog.
Just a second.
It's on ABC. I know Farron is streaming. I don't know where she got it, but she's a media creature, so she's got some insight. Huh.
We didn't find it yet, huh?
No. Okay, so I mean we're down to the interview is only available behind the paywall on Peacock. I have a Peacock account right here, courtesy of John. Thank you. And if you can tell me where to find it in there, this is all new to me, so I don't know.
That's Yoda in the background there.
That's wait. Yoda the dog?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yoda's the white one and Strawberry's the brown one. They're brother and sisters.
They don't slobber, do they?
No, actually, that's kind of like a myth. Bulldogs don't slobber. But for a short-haired dog, they sure shed like a mother.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think Peacock never shows anything relevant. Yeah.
Apparently.
It's only available behind the paywall on Peacock. I mean, am I there?
Yes. We're there. We just need a map from where we are now to where we need to be.
I mean, I'm going through.
Man steals millions of dollars. That's not what we need.
This thing just doesn't work.
This is the most counterintuitive menu I've ever seen in my life. Search for Dateline, they're saying.
Was it on Dateline? Dateline special. That would be it, wouldn't you think?
Makes sense. Compelling mysteries. Yeah.
Could be. No, that's not what we're looking for. Dateline the Last Day. Nope, that's not going to do it.
We are in Dateline chat. But it says new episode Saturday.
Murder in the kitchen.
Are buzzing about Disney and Pixar's Lightyear. This is exciting. It's a crowd pleaser.
Are you kidding me? They're advertising to me on here. All right, I gotta surrender. I gotta surrender, y'all. Well, I talked with Mike, 3 bulldogs in the background. I know. I was excited.
Only two bulldogs, and now they're fighting over the ball.
Oh, I'm disappointed now that we spent a half hour doing this, but that's okay. We had fun chatting anyway. I apologize. It's episode 30.
Yeah, well, it said that the new episodes are uploaded on Saturday. It said new episodes Saturday, so they're probably not going to upload it to Peacock until Saturday. But
okay,
why would they advertise it as being live
on NBC? Live? Okay, I've got another link open to NBC right here.
You now own 1 square foot of land in Scotland. Tuesday, of course, here. This is not the time to wild, crazy choices like.
I hear Amber.
I'm not seeing it. If anyone can tell me where the link is, so look on YouTube. I appreciate y'all coming out. I appreciate Legal Vices coming by. We nonetheless, we had a nice chat, but I really want to watch this interview. I just don't have the link. Mike, Popcorn Planet.
Well, that's their own feed of it, though.
Yeah, but that's their feed, and I don't really feel comfortable doing that. You know, it's Dateline. Okay, all right. I'll just go over here and just put Dateline in here.
Talk more. I want to hear her voice. You may have noticed, but if not age, properly says, as I tested.
Okay, that's Popcorn Planet.
Yes.
That's not working for me here. John, buddy, we can't get it. Tell everybody hi, though.
Hi, everyone. Any better?
Hey.
You sound awesome.
Much better.
Okay. All right. Well, that solves that problem.
That solves that problem, but the big problem we don't have is the damn interview that we were going to react to.
You can't find it?
Yeah,
No.
I mean, I can just put my fez on. Yeah, you know, but that only lasts so long.
Fair enough.
Well, the cowboy hat sure as hell isn't helping anything.
The cowboy hat is fantastic. The cowboy hat is fantastic. All right, here's what I want to know, John. How come you don't have a YouTube channel yet? Let's make this an introspective moment.
There's been a lot of stuff going on in life last few days, so it's
All right, fair enough.
A few weeks. So it's been
I'm just
tough
saying I've
to
been on a
have
lot
the
of
time
streams
to
with you.
Take care of that.
You're ready. You're ready for the plunge.
Prime
Trust
time.
me.
I enjoy it more than you could possibly imagine.
Abusing
but,
clickbait and capital felony treason. Yes, but this was incidental clickbait. I fully intended to react to the stream. I just simply don't have it. You know who really put me down this path is Law and Lumber. Search for Amber Heard on Peacock. It shows up. Okay, I'm here.
All
I
right.
am. Here's the thing.
Give it a couple seconds.
We've given it an hour and 17 minutes at this point.
Well, we're not exactly going to do that, but
This is what happens when you get a bunch of boomers trying to run a YouTube channel.
as much as I am
No, this is
only
after the
Yeah.
I haven't lied about anything I've been here to say.
When it came time to
Well,
cross-examine
aside-
Amber
aside
about
from
having
Camille
sexual
appropriately on cross.
assault, Depp's team pointed out the allegation only came up after her divorce. In court, attorney Camille Vasquez pulled no punches.
You testified you bled from your vagina as a result of that sexual assault.
Yes.
There aren't any medical records reflecting that you sought medical treatment for any of these injuries, are there?
No, I did not want to tell anyone.
In the end,
I know
the
what I
jury
would say if this
believed
was my
Johnny
own
Depp.
stream.
Do you find that Mr.
I'll keep my
Depp
comments to
committed all
myself.
the elements of defamation? Answer, yes.
And
Every
awarded
stream
him
is my-
Amber and her lawyers say there's evidence the jury
Incredible.
didn't get to
Incredible is
see,
not a
which
word.
could have
Incredible
bolstered her
people.
case. Amber's lawyers are sharing it publicly here for the first time.
Years of real-time explanations.
Yeah, there's
of
already
what
the
was going
internet
on.
theories that that's her own
The judge
handwriting
ruled
out there.
those notes were
Mhm.
hearsay.
Years
and
of your
inadmissible.
lies to somebody.
Depp's
Mhm.
spokesperson told us
Please
it's
release the
unfortunate
entire
that
binder.
The defendant and her team
Please.
are back to repeating, reimagining, and relitigating
They would
matters
have
that
to
have
if they went
already
out
been decided by the
in
courts.
the appeal that should have been entered.
Amber
No, put
plans
it
to
under
appeal
seal, I'm sure.
and to move on.
I look forward to living my life, and I have a long one
This wasn't the
I
way to
hope,
start it.
in front of me, and I will continue to walk through this with my chin up.
If you can find it.
I have been trying, guys. I promise you. I've been trying to find an open source forum.
A likely story.
So was she? Was the verdict correct or not? I guess we need the roundtable discussion. Oh man,
This is Kurt.
Mike, you're muted.
I'm glad we did that anyway, because we had a stream going with no content. I mean, mostly we were harassing John.
see, it's because you look so young. Me, like 3 seconds later, you're late. Boomer, boomer, boomer is all I get. You know.
And Kurt, welcome aboard, buddy.
How's it going, man?
We had people before you showed up in the chat saying you're almost at 100. I know you're getting there. So everybody right now who hasn't done so yet, get over there and subscribe to Uncivil Law and Legal Vices and John's future channel that he hasn't made yet.
Thanks. You were what,
Yeah, I know.
1,800 away?
Not
last
not
time?
having a channel is no reason not to get to 100K, right?
Seriously. No, that's that. In fact, I was you and Lon Lumber were doing one about the Supreme Court decisions. And I was like, I want no part. I actually was watching for a little bit. And I'm like, I want no part of this because I didn't pay attention to these cases. I have nothing intelligent to say. If I'd read them, fine. You know.
No, it's well, that's part of the fun that we're doing now on the speed reading Supreme Court. It's where we pick up the case, read it, understand it, explain it, distill it all in under 10 minutes. It's fine.
Well, there you go. I just hadn't been following that stuff because I've been I've been busy on pointless celebrity trials.
I had to
Yeah,
make a
there's
post
that.
about BTS yesterday, so
And then another 800 subs.
So, all right,
800. You got
anybody-
1,000 overnight. Sweet.
I know. That's nice.
You were on with Nate earlier too.
I was on with Nate and I hijacked his idea, and that was really good for me.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. I wanted to grab that, but I was running around this morning. I wanted to hop on there too, but I was too late. I didn't know about it. All right. So does anybody know where the actual interview for tonight was? I'm actually kind of glad this happened. We just
Something up my ass.
we ended up having a stream against our will, where we don't get the actual stream, and it was still fun.
I'm honestly looking for it. I'm trying. Just they're making it very difficult, it seems.
It's almost as if they don't want people to watch it, which
All I have is other people reacting to it. I don't know where to get the
Tragos,
clean
he says
version.
Tragos just streamed it. I know Popcorn Nation streamed it. I know Farron streamed it.
They're better than us.
yeah.
It looks like DUI guys streamed it.
Young
I just don't know
tech-savvy
where they were getting the
whippersnappers.
clean feeds.
DUI guy streamed it, but he just piggybacked Farron's. But I don't even know if they'll have anything new because I was watching that for like 30 seconds, but I didn't see anything new. I just saw
There does seem to be little tiny changes between what I reviewed from the Peacock earlier and now. It does seem to be like little extended moments. So nothing worth. It doesn't look like from what we saw that's worth like making a separate video about.
We've only seen 21 minutes, and you factor in commercial time. There's still about 20 minutes we haven't seen, which I'm wondering how much is going to be video clips.
But if you put 30 something seconds plus production, there might not actually be any more substance than what they actually teased.
Well, I'm going to stream it if it ever becomes available because the algorithm gods must be satiated.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not quite in that game right now.
Although, I mean, like I did one from the first day, and it was only like 2 minutes or whatever, and that was unbelievably stupid. And then the next day, she comes out with the Johnny's the guy who convinced everyone he has scissors for hands. I mean, like, you can't make that up. It's fabulous. I don't want to miss the next Johnny Utah's the one who convinced the world he has scissor hands moment. It's beautiful.
Of all the movies she could have picked one from, is there any particular reason she picked that one? That's the real question.
Yeah, right. She could have gone with any of them. Convince the world that he's Native American. Convince the world that he has a chocolate factory. Whatever. Yeah. He's
Freddy Krueger is coming for him in his dreams.
Oh Lord. All right.
Can I ask anyone here just for 2 seconds?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Is there any reason on God's green earth why anyone, a PR firm, her lawyers, anyone at all, thought that this was a good idea?
Well, I don't know that it can really get much worse, to be honest, at this point for Amber Heard. She has nowhere to go except up in some respects because she's already hit rock bottom. What's left? Another lawsuit with what money?
No, you're correct. It's a horrible plan.
The firms, and by that same notion, NBC, because they are actually the republisher, and I think Savannah Guthrie was going out of her way to try and push back on the obvious defamation points to try and protect them. But what legal department on earth would allow this?
No,
to
I already made this
recommend
point.
that it happen.
I made this
what
point
PR
on
firm
legal.
would think it's a good idea. I don't know what.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening.
You're right. Like, who at NBC Legal approved this?
It's
because Guthrie herself said it. You know, are you nervous? Like, we're nervous about having this interview. I'm like, yeah. You know, Guthrie, you're a lawyer. You went to Georgetown, and I'm sure NBC's Legal had some thoughts. So, okay.
Well, it's the hubris
greenlit by anyone.
It's the hubris of always look. They always have the media. I mean, they are who they are, and they pick a narrative and they roll with it, and they just assume, hey, we always have all media coverage behind us because anybody who doesn't gets hammered. So we can basically get away with anything, and they just didn't get away with it in this case. And it wasn't. I wouldn't say us, but like LawTube is a good example of it. But us and everybody else, we saw the trial.
Yep.
Yeah. And then after they lose that fight, and we weren't even fighting. Here's the thing: Kurt was on with me. You know, a lot of this. We weren't fighting we weren't goddamn thinking about the mainstream media. We didn't think one whit about them until they attacked us, and then we still continued to not think about them. But they are just shocked that somebody else had a thought and expressed it.
Well, you're not towing the company line.
Smart.
Yeah. And but you're right though. Afterwards, and you get a verdict, you do ask a good question. What legal department says? You know what we should do? We should go ahead and make the same goddamn statements again.
And we're NBC. We actually have money.
Well, that's what I was sort of thinking.
We're not even judgment proof yet.
Well,
right, Amber might not have any money, but NBC sure as hell does. And if
we'll
they're
back her
publishing
play.
The same statements, do you want another $15 million? Like,
yeah, I mean, NBC is going down like all of them are, but they're not there yet. Yes, in the moment, they currently have money.
NBC, let's have a word about what reckless disregard might be. One thing it might be, for example, is having someone on who just got their ass handed to them for defamation. That might be a reckless disregard.
I think Savannah did a good job.
Reckless disregard, but
I think she did a good job of protecting NBC, like you said, by pushing back on it.
I agree.
Basically saying we don't believe anything you're saying. Everybody says you're a liar. What are you going to say again? And basically,
it was a little neutral. She could have come out with "We think you're a lying liar who lies," and you're a discredit to all women everywhere. But we didn't go with that proposition.
Yes.
This is actually interesting. I hear a lot of this. H is obsessed with JD, and I don't believe so. I think she's obsessed with herself. But I understand this sentiment. I believe if she's lost and she'll pull a Tanya Harding. Ooh, I forgot.
Yeah.
Tanya Harding's a throwback, but it's an apt analogy. Just in pure psychosis.
she's going to kneecap him one of these days.
But all right, I'll give you my take, and this goes in line with our conversation, which shall not be broadcast out here. But I don't think she ever gave a crap about him day one. She saw something to improve her career. She made she made the moves. She miscalculated, and here's where we are. I see it that simple. I see no love. I see no emotion. None. Zero.
That's not an unreasonable argument.
I said it before. Sorry, go ahead.
I say that's not an unreasonable argument.
No, I think that when you look at how she presents herself, she looks dead inside.
Mm-hmm.
No soul there through the eyes. You know, the eyes are the window to the soul.
That 1,000 yards there. Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
She said something about I want people to see me as human. That's going to be a tough sell.
Well, but
you just sit her down and do a replicant test on her.
That's what I was sort of thinking about today, actually, is she was in such a great situation. Was she trying to trade up by blowing up the marriage? Like, I don't understand at that particular moment why to go for the TRO and the divorce. Because that was before Me Too. And
Just
even if you think she's a cold, calculating, B word, that timing doesn't.
Yes.
There's something about that timing that doesn't make sense to me. And I can't quite wrap my head around.
Wounded animal just responding out of pure spite.
I'm liking the replicant angle. I just want to sit her down and go, while walking in the desert sand, you suddenly look down and see a tortoise crawling towards you. You reach down, flip it over onto its back. The tortoise lies there. And just check her reaction.
Why are you doing this?
I mean, I get where Johnny's coming from. Johnny is a super famous guy. He's had a pile of women, and they're all attractive, and whatever. That's going to happen to a famous actor. No one ever tells him the truth because he's got hundreds of millions of dollars and is super famous. So he was sort of innocent in this sense. He thought, oh, this woman really loves me. I mean, it's freaking stupid. She didn't. She doesn't have that capacity. But I understand why he fell for her. Johnny loved her.
Yeah.
He was thinking with the wrong head, but we have four guys here. We all do. Well, that
so
was
one big takeaway.
I'm sure she's a chaotic mess, and that's fun. I mean, that's fun in the sack. I get it. So when people say, well, why did you do it? I'm like, look at a picture of her 10 years ago and just ask that question yourself again. If you're a guy, you'll figure it out. You look at her.
Surprise!
You look at her now, dressed just like Mao Zedong, and like knowing all these things.
I mean, she's still a pretty good looker. I'm going to give her some credit, man.
Sure, but not on that level.
But I was surprised at how beta Johnny Depp came off, because you would assume he would be like an alpha male, like a predator out there. Right. But then when you get into his history of growing up in an abusive family and in abusive relationships, and how he'll ask a woman to marry him 2 weeks after they meet, and the insecurity he has, and then a wild power alpha female like her comes along, and just tears him up and rides him hard and puts him away wet, and he's in love, and that's that crazy wild thing he gets. That was a surprising thing for me, was to realize just how insecure he actually is as a person.
Yeah, that's where I never, and I kept saying this, like, I don't care about Johnny Depp when it's still, I'm not like that. But watching this trial, I got sort of the man vibe I'm like, just from one guy to another. I'm like, here's some guy. Like, I strip away all the star power and everything. And I'm like, he's like guys I know. And he got hosed. I feel for him, just on a very simplistic level. I'm not talking about cars or options or anything else. I'm just like, he got run over by some chick when he wasn't thinking straight, and we all have. So I feel for him.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's just brotherhood stuff. You know?
Yeah.
No, I get that. I agree.
You're making me feel very small and very vulnerable right now.
Yeah.
when you mention it that way, it's like, you know.
I just can't wrap my head around Amber, whether she is the stone cold sociopath or the chaotic lunatic. And
I'm going for stone cold sociopath. Because like you said, she has dead eyes. There's no emotion unless you can almost see her process. Like, what emotion should I show at this point? And how do I best try to emulate human emotions? I'm going in hard on this replicant thing. I gotta process this.
I appreciate
Well,
that.
I think she's the same as him though. Both of them. He has so much power and fame, and he's a good looking guy in his own right. So he's had so much that no one's ever told him the truth. Same with her. She was smoking hot, young woman. Same with they never get told the truth, and they always explode like this. I mean, this is common gets.
But Daddy,
Yeah,
I
but
want
they're
an
plenty-
Oompa
they're-
Loompa now.
Yeah, I want the pony. It's Brooke Assault, right? Yeah, you know, you just spoiled rotten, and the world, like the world, you know, does whatever you want until you hit the wall, and then it's all over and it's ugly, and we're watching it in real time play out in a court in Fairfax, Virginia. It's actually
remember someone mentioned the wall during the trial, and the media went aghast.
Oh. Well, you should have seen. You should have seen my polygamy rant. Oh.
Well, you said it, Kurt. You said this morning. I thought I caught it. You're not entirely certain she's not a vampire.
She's something. She sucks the life out of you. She can't see things in the mirror. She doesn't like the daylight.
She's got all the pictures of the mirror, but if she would have taken two steps to the right, she would have been in them. If she would have taken 2 steps to the right, is there a reason she didn't take 2 steps to the right?
Mm-hmm.
She's a replicant vampire. There we go.
Okay.
Cerebral, you really? I thought you changed your name, but I think we went old account just to drop that comment, pun intended. Oh, I love it. All right, so is there a link? I mean, should we bother? I don't know.
No,
I think we did it. I think we beat this thing to death. But I couldn't have asked
Until
for a better
the
way
next
to
thing from Amber Heard.
Yeah.
She won't let us. She won't let us ever.
She
have
just wants
peace.
to be left alone. She just wants to spend time with her kid.
Legal Vices. How many subs do you have right now?
It's a good question.
What's the penalty for kidnapping again?
It's a damn good question, and I expect an answer.
I got a big bump from Kurt yesterday, so that was pretty sweet. Where are we looking at here? Let me pull this up real quick. So you'd think I'd care enough to have this thing on 24 hours a day, but I'm not
I don't
there
know how
yet.
to do that and display it. I mean, I see everybody doing that. I don't know how to do it.
I did the display thing. I didn't know if it was like a good thing or not, so I kind of undid the display thing.
Yeah, that's you buy one of the digital things, you put it way back where the camera can't.
I got the
focus
digital
on it.
thing. Yeah, fuck you.
You know what?
I'm at 2550 now, so I picked up 200 since Kurt last night. So
I don't really. You're at 2550.
20,550.
Yeah, that's
20,550.
That's awesome, man. You deserve it.
How we get in here? Let's get you over what 27. I mean, we can pull that off, right? We got 916.
Yeah,
and God bless you. Thank you all on a Friday night. It's 916, and I will even give myself credit. First of all, thanks everybody for showing up. But this is like a horrible stream, and we weren't trying. We just thought we were going to find a stream and do it, and we couldn't. And then we played around and everything. But it turned out to be really fun. Yeah. Accidentally.
which just goes to show what great value we are. Because even with nothing to respond to, we're still like better than the Peacock.
Yeah, we search around for like a half hour for the stream. We don't find it. Then we get an old thing and run with that and go, what the hell? That's fine. That sounds good to me.
And unfortunately, probably people are none the wiser.
It's all good. It's all good. It worked out. Oh, all right. So let's get you over there. John, you got to get a channel go just because you're good, buddy. I've been on a lot of streams with you. I want to send people over there.
Man, I got to get around to doing it. But in the meantime, I've got 470 followers on Twitter. So when I finally do get around to it, that's gonna be a good way to find when I finally actually launch the thing.
Okay, I won't get too explicit. There's two things in your life. You need one addition and one subtraction. You know what those are, right?
Yeah, you made that fairly clear in the
We'll leave
the
it there.
backstage before.
I'm not 100% sure at this point, but let's go. We'll go with that plan.
Well, I'm just dropping wise, sage, old man advice.
Sure.
As the newest newbie in law noobdom, just do it. It took a legal mindset quite a while to convince me to do it, and then just over way too many drinks in a bar in Seoul, I said, "Screw it," did it, and it's just been hilarious and fun since then.
There you go.
I just feel like there's the amount of logistics, and it's sort of like, what do you want to launch with? And
No. You're thinking too much. Just think what you want to launch with is doing a video of 30 seconds saying, "Hi, I'm John." There.
Well, and that's the one thing that I read.
But I was talking to people.
Because who gives a shit what I'm talking about? What do I have to say? I don't have anything to add to the YouTube sphere. But the idea that with the thing that I read just said, just put anything out, get 30, 35 videos just out as fast as you can, so it gets picked up, and then it just grows. You get connected with people like this. You do their feeds, they send people over, and it's just growing. I mean, I think it's weird. It's weird that I've got 20,000 subscribers in a month.
Yeah,
it's a weird thing because I think just like format wise, I like bouncing off of people as opposed to just sitting.
Well, then invite us on.
Well, see, and that's where I want
to come on your channel.
That's like me at this point. I have nothing to offer anyone visiting my channel, but I have a lot to gain from going on other people's channels.
Trust, right?
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Literally, just start small. Don't worry about. I did it for like 2 years, and like literally nobody watched. I was talking to my assistant Yesenia today. We did a stream, and like I would literally like make her. She's on the payroll. Said you have to play my video so I get a view. You don't have to watch it. I'm not asking you to watch it. Just play it. Mute it. Put it in the background. That's it. I mean, that's where I was at to start with.
That's smart. No, I get where you're coming from. I'm overthinking it, and it's just sort of pull the trigger. And I've been hearing that from you guys, from Nate, and just everyone. And it's just a matter of
Nate the lawyer. Don't listen to Nate the lawyer. Do not listen to Nate the lawyer. Whatever you do.
Oh, come on! I got to represent my fellow New Yorker.
That is pure trouble. Okay. No, he's all good. Nate's good times. All right. Well, I think that's it. I'm not going to bother looking for the link anymore. Thank you all for coming. I'm just going to land this stream. Thank you guys for coming by. That was like the weirdest but most fun stream. It really was. And legal Vice hung out with me like backstage before we did this. So we got to chat for like 40 minutes. We're walking around trying to figure all this out.
Desperately trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah. So thank you all. I appreciate it. Good night, and I will see you all soon.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Bye.
See you.